Hey you guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Nathina Antoinette, popping like your favorite bottle of Moet. We are going to do a recap for my labor and delivery. I know that pregnancy, delivery, all that stuff never go as planned, but this one really threw me for a doozy. I was like, I spent my whole pregnancy saying, oh, I've had easy labor in the past. This is going to be, I didn't say a walk in the park, but I was like, I'm not worried at all.
This is done hearing you, okay? Say it's okay.
Say what's okay?
The baby puts on you.
It's not okay. It hurt, and the baby in here lopsided.
Baby still say sorry.
The baby said sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, say it's okay too.
Okay, it's okay.
Mommy say it's okay. Hello guys, my name is Blythe and this is Mommy. This is my little brother. Hi. About like this is my new tablet.
That tablet is not new. You had that tablet for a couple years now.
No, I didn't. Okay, believe me, I'm doing this. Sorry.
Oh, that was a good one, Blythe. It was beautiful. These boots are so warm. My boots are so warm. I look like a... Ew. I look like a bald-headed boy. No, I'm not coming down there. Oh my God. Oh gosh. It's snowing in my nose.
Are you recording now?
Mm-hmm.
Namaste. Namaste.
You saying namaste?
Namaste.
No, 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 no.
I'm blessed. Namaste.
Not you, Blythe. Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste to me. Subscribe our channel. Bye-bye.
I just finished my doctor's appointment, and I am like 41 weeks, and I have only dilated this much. So they're going to give me a balloon Foley catheter thing and Pitocin. I'm scared because she said for some people, just don't do that. The balloon can be pretty painful, and I don't want an epidural. But I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So I'm going to let them put another needle in my back tomorrow morning. My back still hurts from getting an epidural with her because she didn't turn her body.
You guys, so it is the day before my scheduled delivery. I have already packed a bag, and I just have like a change of clothes, some soap, face stuff, moisturizer, a few things like that. I'm going to also pack some snacks. I'm tinting my eyebrow, look good, feel good, keep myself in a good space. I am picking out what I'm going to wear to the hospital. I have to be there at 5 a.m. So I'm probably just going to do leggings and a shirt. And we'll see. I'm a little nervous because I still have not dilated and I'm 41 weeks now. I had to go in for my second membrane sweep, and I have had a little bit of bleeding over the last few hours. One thing she did say that has me concerned is that I went from being like a prime candidate for a VBAC to being a good candidate for a VBAC because I have yet to go into labor by myself. So yeah, let's wish me good luck on this induction tomorrow. Horizontal. Alright, let mommy her arm poked and prodded. You showed them that right there. Alright, you guys, it is January 28th and it is 7:59 in the morning. The morning has not been going well. I had to get my epidural. I felt sharp pains down my nerves all the way down my right leg, through my back thigh. Like, that was a mess. I called up here previously and asked what the COVID protocol was, you know, so I could know who could come and if Blythe would be okay being here and stuff. And so they waited. Or they told me that it was fine, and then when I got here, they said she couldn't be here. So my cousin just had to pick her up, and now I'm very distraught, of course. You know how I am about Blythe, but this is a rough morning so far. So hopefully we can get this procedure started soon, and I'll update you guys later. So, of course, I had an issue. I'm like, well, I want to talk to so-and-so. Who did I talk to last time? Because, of course, I'm pregnant. I'm ready to deliver this baby, and shit is not going right. I want my baby there, blah, 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 blah. I want to go home. I'm just ready to have my baby and go home. As y'all can see, that first epidural really, it scared me. Like, my whole right side of my body flinched. I don't know what he hit, what he did, what happened, but it scared me so bad. The next anesthesiologist came in and he gave me my test dose for the numbing medication. I went numb a little too fast and I started to feel extremely loopy. I was talking to the nurse about my nails while he was pushing the stuff in, and about how, you know, expensive it was for me to get my nails done because, you know, like I'm a little glam, and then I have her too. And so the medicine hits me and I start talking to the anesthesiologist and I'm like, y'all make a lot of money, right? And I asked him how long he had been doing his job. He said like 40-something years. I was like, oh, that's longer than my whole life, right? You look good for your age. And the nurse said, are you flirting with the anesthesiologist? And I was like, did you hear how much my nails cost? And after that, my boyfriend came in and I was like, shh, don't tell him. And I could like feel myself starting to like lean like lean over. It's funny now. It wasn't funny then, but it's funny now. I could feel myself like leaning. And then he was like, yeah,
she's not supposed to have gone numb this fast. And I could see him touch my arm, but I couldn't really like feel it. And so then they sit me up all the way and try to get me to turn my body off the bed. And I, at that point, I couldn't move my legs. I could not sit back up. So, hey, little baby, here you go. So the nurse is sitting between my legs at the edge of the bed, and they are taking my epidural out to do it over. He put it in the wrong spot, and basically, I don't know, spinal tap. He numbed me from like up here to all the way down, and I'm just like falling over. I kept telling her, I feel like I'm not holding on to you, and I look up at my boyfriend, and he's just like, I could see him like kind of getting mad and getting worried. So I was like, oh gosh, okay. And the other nurse, she grabbed me and she tapped me and she was like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm scared to close my eyes. At that point, I felt like I was about to just, and I was going to wake up and my baby was going to be in the room and I was going to have a big scar in my stomach. Because, I don't know, I just felt like I was about to pass out. So what happened was, at this point, what I forgot to mention at this point, once my blood pressure started to drop, I got super nauseous. And, but they had already put the oxygen mask on me. So I couldn't really move, but I was trying to take my oxygen mask off because I was about to throw up. And I didn't want to throw up in the mask and then throw up all in my face. But I didn't throw up. I just kept like convulsing, like gagging. Heart rate starts to drop. The baby goes into distress. So then they're pumping medicine in me. He's redoing whatever. And then they lay me back down. And I don't know. I think I asked if I could close my eyes, and they were like, yeah. And then at some point, I remember the anesthesiologist tapping me and saying, are you still with me? After a while, I remember opening my eyes, and I started to like slowly regain my strength. And I told them, I feel okay. And they was like, yeah, we was a little worried at first. You were as white as the sheet. Your lips were turning blue. Your girl was almost out of there. All because he put my daggone epidural in the wrong spot. And, I didn't really want to get it in the first place, but so that happened. That was very scary. It was a mess. After my body went through all of that trauma, my doctor came in, and of course she apologized because the anesthesiologist who did me dirty was the one that she was like, oh yeah, I really like him, blah, 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 blah. So I could tell that she kind of felt bad. As she should have, because what the fuck? Because why y'all let that man poke me? But my second anesthesiologist did a really good job. I felt better after that. But I was even more ready to go home.
No, like right just now, I couldn't smell the farts. I thought I was tripping. Oh, that's right.
Hey, I'm trying to record this heartbeat sound.
That gas came out of me so good. Record that. Tell the people, look at that. Okay. Fart that. Record the heart. Fart your ass out of there. Stomach.
Was you hush?
After my body went through all that trauma, I ended up dilating. I went from like this much dilated to about 3 centimeters dilated. So the ball thing that they were trying to put in, the reason for me getting the epidural, I didn't even need it. Just in case anyone is curious, the reason why I ended up not needing it is because the ball wouldn't stay in anymore, or like the device that they were trying to use wouldn't stay in anymore, because it was only going to dilate me about as far as I had dilated. So they kept trying to put it in and it kept falling out. So we ended up sitting in the hospital overnight. They kept checking me. I had to put this peanut-shaped balloon ball in between my legs. And I just spent like 3 hours on the left side, 3 hours on the right side. Went through that all night. I think in the middle of the night, I was like, okay, I can't do this, because I had not had food for like a whole day by then, because I was expecting to have my baby, you know, at some point that Friday. And so I was like, I called the nurse and I was like, hey, like, can I lick the back of a cookie? And she was like, we could probably give you a popsicle. The best banana flavored popsicle I have ever had. I don't think I've ever had a banana flavored popsicle, but it was the best popsicle in my entire life. I've never experienced a popsicle colder, more succulent and juicy and moist and sweet and savory and everything, because I was so freaking hungry. After, I don't know, like 5 more hours, I think I dilated to 5. And once I finally got to 7, after about, I don't know, 5 more hours, they took me to the labor and delivery room. So once we get in there, we're sitting there, she comes in, the doctor comes in and she says, we're going to break your water. You'll probably have to sit for a little bit and then we'll start pushing. Okay. She goes in, breaks my water. The baby freaks out, goes into distress. Why are you in distress right now? So she says, all right, you're going to have to start pushing right now. So I'm like, okay, that was not the plan, but all right. I don't know. Once it comes time to actually start, I'm like, I get a little nervous, you know, just a little nervous. But I started pushing. The baby started to relax. Then we took a break. Okay. So then I started pushing some more. And I gave a few good pushes. They said that I was pushing like a champ. They said I was like a pro pusher. Okay? Your girl was doing great.
We had a lot of excitement initially, Eldridge. See where I am? Yeah. Looks like it's still on our belly. So yeah, it was a lot of excitement. Let's curl around that baby. Ready? Yes. Keep going. Go, go, go. Yes. So good. So good. 9. Yes. That's it right there. Ready? Right back on it, just like that. You're doing it, girl. That's the one. 2. Yep. 3. So good. 4. Keep going. 5. Look at that. 6. Nice. 8. 9. 10. Okay. Right back on it, hard as you can. Got it, girl. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right along there. Okay, right around the white. Michelle, are you ready? All right, Dad.
Right.
Yes, sir. Well done, Dad. Thank you, thank you.
Big one.
Yeah. That is a big one. All right. The toast okay?
So I know some people might have some questions about my epidural and what I could feel and what I couldn't feel while I was pushing. First of all, I spent like the first day or so in pain because I didn't know that I was supposed to be like pushing my medicine myself. So I was feeling my contractions and feeling my cramps and everything. But during my actual pushing in labor, I couldn't feel anything like in my vaginal area, but I could feel my contractions at the top of my stomach, for like the first few inches under like my rib area. So like just at the top of my belly.
Hello.
So yeah.
Hello. Hello. I'm not broken no more. I'm fixed.
Yes, we sewed me out. So when they would tell me,
The baby came out.
so yeah, when they would tell me to push at the next contraction, I could feel the contraction at first, but then it kind of like the pain dulled off. And then after that, those last like few pushes, I could just feel like pressure at the top of my stomach, and that was pretty much it. So I didn't really have any pain, but the epidural wore off like almost immediately after they finished sewing me up, and she took a very long time to like stitch everything. Like, she really took her time.
I was so excited once all the pushing was done. My boyfriend got to finally see what the gender was. He was really excited. I was excited. We were all excited, blah, 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 blah. Like, I sat up and it was just a bloody mess. It was blood on the curtain. It was blood on the wall. It was just a hot mess. And so, you know, I had my time. I breastfed my baby. We did skin to skin. And then I gave him to my boyfriend so that they could do their bonding skin to skin stuff. And I started getting these really super bad headaches. And it felt like a strobe light was going off in my head. And with every flash was a pain. It was worse than a tension headache. And then the top of my neck and across my shoulders were sore. So I figured that it was just because, you know, I had just spent the last, I don't know, day and a half like laying weird and stuff. So my boyfriend came over, put a pillow behind my neck, and it didn't help. The nurse comes in, she lays me back, and she's like, how does it feel? I was like, oh yeah, I feel fine. Then she sits me up, and it starts going crazy again. I forgot what they said it was, but basically it was caused by the extra medicine from the first epidural being done wrong, floating around and floating up. It was making my head hurt. So they had to take 20 cc's and drain my blood from my arm, give me a third epidural, and put that blood back into my back to seal up that hole that the medicine was leaking from. They called it a blood patch. So I had to lay on my back for about an hour. After that hour, they, you know, set me up slowly every like few minutes or so. And that was everything. So I had to have a total of 3 epidurals after not even wanting to have 1 epidural. But it was all worth it. I had to get stitches all the way. I had 3rd degree tearing. So from the hole to the next hole, I had to take a Miralax. They gave me some painkillers. It did not help. Okay, it did not help. I was physically in a lot of pain once the epidural situation wore off. Oh my goodness. And right after we left the hospital, I sat in the car and rode with Blythe all the way to practice, which was about an hour and 15 minutes, something like that. So then by the time I got home for my first night home, I was in a lot of pain, a whole lot of pain. But I still did do some recording and, you know, stuff like that over the last couple months. So be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on that notification so that way when I post more updates, you will know. Oh, y'all want to see the baby? Hold on, he's eating. Hold on. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. So this is my baby. See what I made? See what I made? All right. Thanks you guys so much for watching. See you in my next video.